How did Vietnam defeat three superpowers in less than 100 years? Let's go back to 1954. Vietnam had been under French control for nearly a century. The French believed they could rule Vietnam forever. But after 8 years of brutal fighting, Vietnamese forces surrounded and crushed the French army at a place called Dien Bien Phu. This battle shocked the world because it showed that a determined local force could defeat a modern European empire. France packed up and left. That was the first superpower Vietnam pushed out. But the fight was far from over. Soon after the French left, the Americans stepped in. Vietnam at that time was divided into two parts. The north was ruled by communist leader, while the south was backed by a pro-Western government. The United States supported the South Vietnamese government and sent in troops, money and weapons to stop the spread of communism because they feared that if Vietnam became fully communist, other countries in Southeast Asia might follow. But what followed was one of the longest and bloodiest wars in modern history. Vietnamese fighters, especially from the north, used clever tactics. They dug massive tunnel networks under jungles, they set up deadly traps, and they knew their land better than anyone. The US had more technology, more bombs, more planes, but Vietnam had patience, knowledge of the terrain, and the will to keep going. After 20 years of war and over 58,000 American lives lost, the US finally gave up and pulled out in 1975. Vietnam was once again united, this time under communist rule, and this was the second superpower defeated. Just 4 years later, in 1979, China launched a surprise invasion into Vietnam. It was meant to teach Vietnam a lesson for invading Cambodia and ending the brutal Khmer Rouge regime. China sent over 200,000 troops, but Vietnam, already battle-hardened from years of war, fought back fiercely. Though outnumbered, Vietnamese soldiers knew the terrain, used guerrilla tactics and inflicted heavy losses on Chinese forces. After just a month, China withdrew. They claimed the mission was complete, but many believe they left because they had underestimated Vietnam's strength. That made it the third superpower to retreat. So in less than 25 years, Vietnam had faced and overcome the French Empire, the United States of America, and the Communist China, three of the most powerful forces in the world.